Hello, hi, hope everyone is good. I thought I forgot my lights for a sec. My super duper stream lights. So, today is Itch.io charity bundle day. Well, spin the wheel session day. Itch.io charity bundles won the spin, and I did another poll to see if you would like to have or like to see multiple short games, or let's try one longer game. If we enjoy the game enough, we might continue it. So that's something else I will put down to poll. So hello Feats, hope you're doing good. So the game I've chosen is Astrologaster. I'm not really sure what it's about. It kind of looks like you're doing a stage play. It just kind of looked interesting. I was intrigued. So we'll try it. We might not continue it. We'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I can't even describe it. I have no idea what it's about. Okay. So I suppose after today I will spin the wheel back and y'all can keep putting your points in. Bought a new webcam. I mentioned in Discord I did buy one and it's on the way. Yeah. Thanks for the subs. Bought a webcam. Yeah, I think my other one kind of... It's weird. I would say it's just quite old now and isn't supported. However, on the website, there's a number below the one that I have that stopped working. So, is it too old or not? Maybe they're just trying to keep one very cheap line available to sell. Don't know. Kind of weird. So, well, let's just get a new one anyway. No harm in that. Anything else before we begin? I have no idea. I'm kind of like, ugh. I just feel super tired. So today will only be like a 2-hour stream. So I kind of hope we can see enough of this game to decide whether we want to continue. I don't think I'm going to need a controller. It doesn't look like the kind of game that I will. Well, apparently Itch.io is having summer sale. Whoop. Oh, a few packages need to be installed. Yeah? Okay, we're there. Just need to make sure I capture the game. Ooh. Okay. Really need to check that site out sometime. Yeah, I've only ever had things from Itch.io when they've done their big charity bundles, and they've not done one in a while. Sometimes it's like I'm just glad to donate to charity. I'm happy to donate. And then you get like hundreds of random games in, like, what's the phrase? Tidbits? Some of them are just assets for games, and it's like, well, that's not helpful to me, but whatever. Like, depending on the charity, there may be some really good games in there. There might not be. Night in the Woods was in one of them, but I already owned it at the time. There was like oh, what's it called? Something to do world something. Like, so a nature-related charity, and they didn't have very many games in there, but actually they were, like, better games. Things like Wolf Quest, Mutazione was in that one. Trying to think. Like, some good games. World Wildlife. I can check. I wrote everything down. I have a thing about lists. The problem with the itch.io bundle lists is they can take a long time to go through. As I say, there's hundreds of things in the bundles when you got a good bundle. I think I got 5 bundles. World Land Trust. So what else was in here? Fugal. That's one I want to check out. Samaros 2. Quench. Wolf Quest. Some things I'm not really recognizing. Oh, Beasts of Maravilla. That's one that was on my Steam wish list. Not anymore, because it's in here. Yeah. World Wrestling Federation needed to change their name because of World Wildlife Fund. Yeah, that's so funny. I guess the Wildlife Fund came first. They were like, no, you change it. Schmanky, how you doing? I do love that cat. But yeah, what do I have? I have Racial Injustice and Equality. Big bundle there. Palestinian Aid. World Land Trust, bundle for Ukraine, and abortion funds. Yeah, so every so often, as I say, it has been a while, but itch.io do massive charity bundles, and I tend to put in double what it's asking. Sometimes it says $5 and I'll put $10, or if it asks for 10, I might go 15, 20. But yeah, all for a good cause. I think it was 2022, the last one. Okay, let's go. So, Bodleian Library, Oxford. Present day.
Long ago in England in 1592, there begins our tale, and all of it is true. Through all of London, bubonic plague did spread, covering folk in weeping sores and leaving thousands dead.
What a start. Drag left to turn page. So yeah, it just looks a bit different, which is why I chose this. I didn't know we'd get some funky beats. Whoa, that's cool.
From towns and cities, doctors they did flee, leaving their patients to die in misery.
But one brave doctor stayed when all the cowmers fled, might not have been because he was too sick to leave his bed.
Okay. Letters of recommendation, so it's not all gonna be songs. Okay.
Alas, 'tis my final hour. I will surely die. I am too far gone to recover, and for the plague there is no cure. Unless a cure might be found in the stars.
Sure. Choose one zodiac to diagnose the condition. How might I be cured of the plague? I only have one that I can choose? I guess Sagittarius it is. Should foreman use this reading? I have the plague, characterized by a loss of appetite, immoderate thirst, and pus-filled swellings behind the ears, in the armpits, and in the groin. These are symptoms of a fever provoked by excess sanguinity in the liver. What was the definition of sanguine or sanguinity? Or a fever provoked by excess sanguinity in the liver. Or it could be like the blood side of it. Because it has two sort of varying sort of descriptives. Jupiter, domicile in Sagittarius. This indicates a severe imbalance of the blood humor. Sagittarius, ruler of the liver. Good to know. There's nothing else I can do. This is the only card. Hope and confidence, but yeah, probably the sanguine blood meaning. Yeah, it seems a little more accurate. Okay, you chose Sagittarius. Oh.
Let me see now. According to the stars, the way to cure the plague is to treat the fever it provokes. Oh, can it be true? Might a disease so monstrous as the plague be cured by treating it as if it were an exceeding bad fever? Then I must use powerful herbs to bring the fever to crisis and break it. Let me see now. Angelica and dandelion for heat, borage to provoke sweating, infuse them in wine, strain and distill the mixture to produce a most powerful strong water.
Fade to black. Oh. Is he okay?
Huzzah! I am cured!
Oh, I thought he died.
I shall now go forth with my miraculous strong water to cure all London of the plague.
We've cured the plague! Keyboard is having a moment today, no worries. Oh, case summary. Querent. What's that word? Querent. I've never heard of this word. It is a big word. Querent. One who consults an astrologer. Maybe query. Yeah, it says, I did a Google. Or inquirer, specifically. Maybe this is sort of ye olde Englishy. One who consults an astrologer. I keep going to say Astrologaster. 1592. How might I be cured of the plague? I judged my plague symptoms as being provoked by a fever. I invented a new kind of strong water to cure it. This querent will return for another consultation. Okay. I shall cure the Londoners of the plague. So wondrous will be my work that plays and songs will be writ in my honour.
Foreman made a plague cure and used it on himself, then left his house to restore Londoners to health.
Huzzah! 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 Huzzah!
Simon Foreman, he cured us of the plague, 'tis true.
Some details are a little vague, but we know he knows astrology and knows his own strong water.
Okay. Speaking of ye old English games, have you ever played Pentiment? No. Not seen any real gameplay, but heard lots of good things about it. I will make a note of that. Pentiment. Huzzah.
Here comes a lady queer and her little warily. Her name is Mavis Allen, what can her trouble be?
God give you good day, madam. How may I...
Are you Mr. Foreman? Mr. Simon Foreman, the doctor?
Aye, madam, I am indeed Dr. Simon Foreman. I bid you welcome to my consulting chambers. Mistress...
Allen, Mistress Avis Allen of Lambeth.
Pray tell me your age, if you please, madam.
I am 33 years of age.
And how might I do you service this day, Mr. Allen? Pray describe your troubles to me.
Well, the pain started full late last eve upon retiring to bed. Oh, not that I am in the habit of retiring so late, but my husband did desire a special supper of cold meats to celebrate and give thanks in any case, it started in the night and it continued until dawning. That being the pain in my head and the chundering.
A moment whilst I make note of this. Headache and involuntary purging. Is that all?
Not sure chundering is a medical term.
And thinking on it, my complaint to seem most trifling. And you are doubtless busy with important cases. Oh, like the plague! Yea, verily, mayhap I should not have come after all. Good day, Dr. Foreman. I beseech you, pardon me, for I have wasted your time.
Prithee, do not go, for I assure you, madam, your case verily is important to me. And 'tis important to you, is it not, Mistress Allen? Else you would not have come this day.
Well, I.
Let us consult the stars now then, shall we? What is the cause of Mistress Allen's suffering?
Okay. Choose one zodiac to diagnose the condition. I was up all night with headache and chundering. What caused my suffering? I've got the chunders. It did occur to me being with child. I've been provoked by anxious passions associated with her being with child, ruler of the reproductive system. This indicates a disturbance of the mind. She had headaches. This could be it. Let me see what this one says. Ruler of the stomach. Saturn in detriment and retrograde. This suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. Suffering from evil digestion. Very specifically, she said from night until morning. I'm gonna go with the other one. Is it Scorpio? Yeah, Scorpio. Not evil digestion. I know, it's terrible. I think this might be the one. I'm gonna go with this. Because it implies headache as well.
You are with child, Mistress Allen. 'Twas the reason for your celebration last even, methinks?
Aye, but how did you know?
I can see it in my chart, madam. There is a planet aligned with Scorpio at present, Scorpio being the constellation that rules over such matters. Pray tell, how long has it been since your monthly courses?
It has been 14 weeks since my courses, and yesterday I did feel the child quicken. So, indeed, 'twas the cause for our celebration, as you say. For I have been with child before, you see, but 'tis never. And Mr. Allen and I do pray this one will be born alive.
There, dear lady. The presence of the planet Mercury in my chart does suggest you suffer from anxious passions on account of your condition, and given your ill-favoured history, I warrant 'twas the twin burdens of hope and fear that provoked your troubles last even.
Oh, I see.
Pray take this flask of wine, madam. It has been infused with cloves, ginger root, and cinnamon. Drink of it each morning, and you should soon feel much improved.
Verily, I will do as you advise. I thank ye heartily, sir. Fare you well, Dr. Foreman.
Fare you well, Mistress Allen.
I give thine GGs on your pregnancy, madam. Okay, the querent did present with symptoms of headache and involuntary upward purging. I judged the querent as being with child. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Yay! We'll return for another consultation. What kind of man Dr. Foreman is. Oh, what a kind man Dr. Foreman is, and so patient with me. So basically, he's not too bright. Ugh.
Good day, sir. You are Simon Foreman, the physician, are you not? These are your rooms.
Indeed, I am he, and well met, sir. Be it Thomas Blagg I have the honour of welcoming into my humble consulting chambers, the Dean of Rochester Cathedral?
Indeed. 'Tis I, Thomas Blagg. Though it is not upon church business that I come to you this day. 'Tis upon a matter of my own that I require counsel. I have lately been offered some very lucrative investment opportunities. And, well, it is said that God speaks to us through the stars, does he not?
Indeed he does. 'Tis well known that astrology is but a conduit for the word of God, as interpreted using scientifical means. And now, these investments of which you speak, pray tell of them, if you please.
2 merchant ships will shortly set sail on very lucrative trading expeditions. I do not possess the coin to invest in both. Hence, I must choose between them. And I must choose very wisely indeed. For sea voyages are most perilous, and if my ship were to founder or be captured by pirates, I would lose my entire investment.
Aye, forsooth, 'twould be most lamentable. To say nothing of the poor souls who might lose their lives.
Who are, naturally, the greater of my concerns.
Aye, naturally. And whither might these ships be bound?
The first is bound for the Spice Islands of the East. 'Tis a voyage to be undertaken by a ship named the Conquering Cherub. The other is the Pride of Yarmouth. She is to bring back sugar from the Americas. Have you now the information you require? Then perchance you may divine for me upon which of these 2 ships our Lord God has bestowed his divine blessing.
Aye, Dean Blagg, we may now consult the stars. Should Thomas Blagg invest in the voyage of the Conquering Cherub, or that of the Pride of Yarmouth?
I feel like that's not my problem. Ooh. Choose a reading of the stars. Should I invest in the Conquering Cherub or the Pride of Yarmouth? Blagg's investment in a trading voyage will result in a change of fortune for him. House of Journeys. This represents change in fortune. Represents femininity. Oh, the ship's name should evoke a woman who partakes in a marriage. Oh, what was the... Well, now I can't remember. Oh, I should have written them down. The Conquering Cherub or the Pride of Yarmouth? So the cherub was the spices, and the Pride of Yarmouth was sugar from the Americas. Fatney, how you doing? Represents victory. House of Children. Name should evoke a child who is victorious in battle. Pride of Yarmouth. How am I supposed to choose? I think B. Yeah, it feels like the way, but then if I'm wrong, I'm gonna get people with pitchforks coming after me. I think this chain. The other one was just a child that will do well in battle. But this still doesn't sort of tell me which one, it's just A and B. Such is life in ye old England, indeed. I will go with it. You chose B.
First, I must advise you that your investment will bring about a change in fortune for you.
I should hope so. Indeed, it is the reason for my desire to make such an investment. But in which ship?
You must invest in the Bride of Yarmouth.
The Bride of Yarmouth? The Bride? But how on earth?
Allow me to explain, Dean Blarg.
I read
In the house of
Pride.
marriage, we see the planet Venus, which does represent femininity. And what is the feminine element of a wedding? 'Tis the bride. Ergo, the Bride of Yarmouth. Do you now see? I assure you, my logic is most sound.
Doubtless it is, though 'tis of no use to me, for I said nothing of a ship called the Bride of Yarmouth. 'Twas the Pride of Yarmouth. Pride, with a P.
Ah, verily. But I...
Oh, tush, Dr. Foreman. I will not judge you harshly, for in truth I too do oft find myself thus befuddled. We elder gentlemen cannot expect to be as sharp as once we were, can we?
Sir, I hardly think we're of the same age.
Prithee, sirrah, as much as I would love to bide and discourse with you, it is almost time for my afternoon nap. Mayhap you would benefit from one also. Good day, Dr. Foreman, and keep ye well.
Now, I chose the wrong option apparently. But what? That, maybe I will pick it up as I go, but that didn't really explain much. That's why I went wrong. Pip pip, tally ho. Querent did wish to know which of the two trading expeditions would make the better investment. I did advise the Querent to invest in the voyage of the Bride of Yarmouth. Methinks Querent took my advice a little ill. I can see why. Just calling it a completely different name of a ship. By process of elimination, it would now seem logical for me to invest in the Conquering Cherub, which is kind of what I was thinking. It was a bit weird how that worked.
full afraid.
Wow. Emma needs to man up, apparently.
Good morrow, sir. Pray tell, are these the consulting chambers of Simon Foreman, Doctor of Astrology and Physic?
Indeed, 'tis I, Dr. Simon Foreman. And your name, madam?
Emma Sharp of Shoreditch, sir. 25 years of age.
Welcome, Miss Sharp. And how may I do you service this day?
Well, 'tis a trifle delicate. A man has asked me to be his wife. A dear, kind man, but I fear you will think me cold, Dr. Foreman.
There, madam, whatever is the matter?
Well, he is exceeding advanced in years. I do worry he may not be long for the world, and if he were to die, I do not think I could bear it. Verily, I would not. Indeed, methinks I would rather not marry him at all. Am I very heartless, Dr. Foreman?
Nay, not in the least, madam. Your fears are most reasonable. A man in the winter of his life is indeed more likely to die. I assure you, madam, 'tis a medical fact. But methinks you wish to know whether this man be afflicted with a grave health condition, do you not? To wit, any ailment that might soon prove fatal?
Forsooth I do. That is my question precisely. Why, Dr. Foreman, 'tis as if you have a gift for reading minds.
Merely the gift of logical surmise, madam. Let us see whether a judgment of the stars may calm your fears. Does Mr. What was your gentleman's name?
Mr. George Middleton, a wool merchant.
Does Mr. Middleton have any ailments that might hasten his death?
Looks like she's gonna man up in a different way. Ooh. Okay. Has been bewitched. The enchantment may prove fatal. This suggests a mild enchantment cast by a witch. Suggests possibility of death. Ruler of the head. I don't think so. Suggests severe vertigo, fear of heights, ruler of kidneys. Oh, suffers from dropping down of the piss. Lack of bladder control, characterized by involuntary urination. It is exacerbated when combined with his fear of heights. Owen Hot Dog Sandwich, welcome in. What are you on about? I'm just reading, my dude. Oh my god. So what was this? Oh, bewitched. Mr. Middleton suffers from a cardiac passion, a condition that may end in death. Reading, you say? I mean, it's literally on the screen, honey. Represents an imbalance of phlegm. The illness cannot be cured. Suggests a mild imbalance of black bile. How would I know? I kind of thought there'd be a few more hints. So, she didn't really say anything about him, just that he was a bit older. Imbalance of phlegm. Mild imbalance of black bile. Kind of feels like a huge guessing game. I might go with this because it says it is exacerbated when combined with his fear of heights, as though that is a fact. I'm gonna try this one. It's that one sentence that's kind of making me think this might actually be the one. He chose Libra.
Mistress Sharp, I have exceeding excellent news for you. Mr. Middleton has only the most trifling of ailments, dropping down of the piss. Though I must advise you that marrying a man who suffers from dropping down of the piss would pose certain laundry-related challenges. But widowhood is not likely to be one of them, at least not imminently.
Blessed day! What wondrous news!
However, there is one other small thing in my chart. It seems your future husband does also suffer from an unreasonable fear of heights. Such a fear could aggravate Mr. Middleton's condition. He would be advised to avoid tall buildings, bridges, and mountains. Or at least be sure he takes a change of breeches along with him on any such outings.
Oh, verily? Then I will follow your advice most carefully, Dr. Foreman.
Did I get it
will down
right?
to Mr. Middleton go and accept his proposal of marriage.
Wow, you'd go with that too, just because. The querent did wish to know whether a man she wishes to marry does suffer from any grave health conditions. I did advise the querent that the man suffers from dropping of the piss exacerbated when combined with his fear of heights. Though it cannot be remedied, it is not fatal. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Okay. Okay. And that tipped it for you. Who was that handsome manservant I passed at the door? Mayhap one day I shall have a servant that cuts so fine a figure. Public notice. Beware, is the man treating you a qualified licensed doctor? London has lately been importuned by low-born charlatans claiming the title of doctor. These men have never attended university and therefore cannot be trusted. Any man found to be practicing medicine without a medical license shall be prosecuted to the full extent of the law. Yeah, I don't think we're actually a doctor. Oh dear. Never mind. No one will know.
Murdering would those doctors come. Murdering those doctors come. Murdering one fine day. Those doctors would they slay. Those doctors will they slay for me. Slay for me. Oh, they send him to jail. They send him to jail.
Implies we might be in trouble. Doubt there was a medical board back then, so crack on.
What is the meaning of this warning being put about by the College of Physicians? Do they mean to do me harm? It is true that I do not have a medical license. What am I to do? Mayhap the stars will advise me.
Mayhaps if. Choose a reading of the stars. The College of Physicians has dark intentions towards me. What should I do? The authority the licensed doctors of London hold is primarily owing to their wealth and privilege. There is much that they do not know about physics. This represents ignorance. Oops. The College of Physicians is making a war against me. If I am to become the best doctor in London, I must find a way to end this war. That's not entirely true, because it's not personally towards Simon Foreman. This advises ending war. Church of England can help me, for the Archbishop of Canterbury has a special power to grant medical licenses. How is he gonna just get an audience with the Archbishop of Canterbury and ask for a medical license? This represents a religious authority, the head of the church. Looks like someone playing basketball. I must use my brilliant mind to forge strong relationships with my querents. Okay. I'm kind of feeling this, even though we sort of probably need a medical license. Being sensitive to the needs of my querents. The moon exalted in Taurus. This advises sensitivity. House of service to others. I'm almost feeling B, even though A is kind of like, yeah, because the ambition is there to want to be a doctor, and he's kind of thinking about going to the Archbishop of Canterbury for his license. And then there's this that, yes, it is a fact, but there's nothing that can be done about this. I kind of feel like B. Because he wants to do the service for others and it's good to have a good relationship. You chose B. I'm a bit worried.
It seems that if I'm to avoid prosecution by the College of Physicians, I must obtain a medical license. Towards this end, doubtless the best course is to serve my querents well, treating their illnesses and problems with intelligence and sensitivity. For if I do, they may favour me with letters of recommendation.
Yeah.
And I can use these to petition the University of Cambridge to grant me a license.
Verily. I did wish to know how to protect myself from the dark intentions of the College of Physicians. The stars did advise me to serve my querents well, so that they might give me letters of recommendation. With such letters I may convince the University of Cambridge to grant me a medical license. If I do not garner enough letters of recommendation to obtain a medical license, I shall be most vexed. Most vexed indeed. Hello?
Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who's this man at the door who we've not seen before? Who is come to inquire the rest in so strange attire? 'Tis Signor Ferraro.
Who's this guy?
Good day to you, sir. Oh, I see you're having some difficulties. William, fetch my guest a chair.
No, it's good. I am just a little stiff.
As you wish. Mr.
Signor Riccardo Ferraro. I am a gentleman of Venezia, come to make a trade in London.
Venice? 'Tis a fine city, I hear. And how may I do you service this day, Signor Ferraro?
I am come with una problema medicale, and you are most great dottore who does cure all London, huh? You cure Ferraro too, see?
Forsooth, I will seek to do so, Signor. Pray, describe your complaints, if you please.
Is burning when I make the water.
Pain during urination?
See, and his pain down here. Molto pain.
And pain in the lower back. Now, let us see what the stars can tell us. What ails Signor Riccardo Ferraro?
When I make the water. Okay. I have pain during urination and in my lower back. What ails me? Suffers from the gout, which is caused by hot, dry humours seeping into the joints of the foot. I don't see how this is a thing, but we'll keep having a look. Represents an imbalance of yellow bile color in the body. Ruler of the feet. Kidney stones. Possibly. This disease can occasion loss of appetite, severe pain in the kidney area, vomiting, and difficulty passing urine. Primitive medicine is scary. Venus domicile in Libra. This suggests a severe imbalance of phlegm in the body. Gout is known as, yes, rich man's disease, as it comes over consumption of food and drink. Yes. And he is well dressed. Has dysentery. I don't think so. Characterized by pain in the bowels, faintness, and oily stools. This suggests Signor Ferrero is lying. I'm kind of thinking the kidney stones. Don't think gout is painful with urination. Yeah, I've never heard any like proper bowel complaints with gout. It is just people struggle to walk, and it's all in the feet as far as I'm aware with gout. I think it's little things trying to throw you off because he's well dressed. You don't think so? Yeah, it does sound like kidney stones. Let's do it. Because what was the other one? Dysentery. I'm sure he would have said if it was dysentery. Like that kind of issue. You chose Libra.
'Tis a case of stones in the kidney, I regret to say. But worry not, Signor.
Because you get the pain in your back
I will give
as
you an
well.
ounce of my strong water to dislodge them. Drink this entire flask when you rise at dawn tomorrow. You may then expect to evacuate the stones by way of your privy member within just a few hours.
Ah, your famous strong water. This water is said to cure the plague, huh?
Oh, you've had them. Yeah,
Thank you,
they
Signor
suck.
Foreman. And now Ricardo Ferraro bids you good day.
Like, I think I've had them, but they weren't really that bad at all. Because I've heard people be in, like, really severe pain. So I feel like, well, I think I got lucky, but I'm pretty sure it was kidney stones. Did he have the positive pluses above his head? I wasn't looking. The querent did present with pain in the lower back and during urination. I did diagnose stones in the kidney and prescribed a flask of my strong water. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Well, good. Good. Aha. Oh. 10. Interesting. He seems to exhibit at least the semblance of competence. Cool.
Tis sure she is no beauty, tis true she lacks finesse, but every awkward hero needs his awkward princess.
I mean, that was a little bit rude.
Well met, Mistress Allen. Pray tell, the last time I saw you, you were with child, methinks. Pray tell, how
I
fares...
would rather not talk about that if you please.
Oh, I see. I am full sorry, madam. What
I'm
brings
come
you
upon...
this-
The matter that brings...
Madam. I prithee, madam, say on.
I'm come about the new law. I know not what to do, and I would have counsel.
You are in trouble with the law, madam?
Nay, At least not yet, but my neighbours have begun to remark unkindly upon my absences, my Sunday absences from church. I am afeard one of them may soon denounce me.
Ah, 'tis the Act Against Recusants you speak of. The law that obliges Catholics to attend church and take the English sacrament. You are of the Catholic faith, then, I take it?
I, a Catholic, but as well a law-abiding woman and a full loyal subject of the Queen. Long may she reign.
I do not doubt it, madam.
But to take the Protestant sacrament, 'tis heresy. So says the Pope in Rome. I risk being damned to hell if I do it, Dr. Foreman. Verily, I find myself in a most terrible bind.
I see. Damned if you do, yet condemned if you do not. A cruel bind indeed. Let us see if the stars may untangle it for us. Should Mistress Avis Allen attend Protestant church services?
Let me see, like, what year are we in? 1592. I was just curious because she said the Queen. Who was the Queen in that time? Because that's... maybe they're just making it up for the game. But damn. Elizabeth I. That's actually a very good point. Elizabeth I, 1558 to 1603. You're so smart. Why didn't I think of that? I should have known. Snowy, how you doing? Yeah, this game is wild. This is not what I was expecting. I am Catholic. Should I obey the law and attend Protestant church services? Some have the wrong impression of the Allens' wealth and are envious. Saturn in detriment and retrograde. This indicates jealousy. Neptune in retrograde. This suggests confusion. I'm not feeling this one. I mean, maybe, but Mistress Allen's problem is her female neighbours. Avis must remain strong in her Catholic faith, for when the Queen dies, her successor may revert England back to Catholicism. True. But what about in the meantime? I don't know how things went. I need to have a good look at the monarchs of England. This is doing me a fascinate. We're doing history. Who came after Elizabeth I? Oh, James. Do we know whether he was Catholic or Protestant? Y'all are so smart. I'm just like doing a Google and you're actually just telling me who it was, unless you're faster than me to check. He was Protestant. So that's interesting. So it wasn't reverted in actual real-life history. It did not go back to Catholicism. Mars domicile in Aries. This advises strength. Pluto. This represents death. Oh. How you doing, DJ? You ready for Christmas? You Uranus, this represents a surprising political event. There may be a creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome whilst also honouring England's Protestant legacy. Mercury suggests creativity. James' mother, Queen of Scots, was a Catholic, but James was raised Protestant by the Scottish nobles. Interesting. I wonder if Mary was Queen of Scots because, like, you know, James's mother. Because Elizabeth and Mary were around at the same time. Mary actually asked Elizabeth for help, and Elizabeth was like, nah, you're on your own. Yeah, that didn't go down well for Mary. Jupiter, this represents foreigners. Couldn't quite remember the Queen of Scots' name. Yeah, Mary. I know that bit. I'm clever. House of Legal Confrontations. Mistress Allen risks getting in trouble with the law and being punished by the authorities. This represents authority. This advises cooperation. House of Duties. I'm kind of... I feel like I don't know whether which one is to say to don't go to church or go to church. I think A is don't go to church. Roman and British history, both interests of mine on occasion. Yeah, me too. It's like, I wasn't interested when I was younger, like at school. But in years, you start to have an appreciation. For me, it was kind of like when Queen Elizabeth II died. And then suddenly I was really interested in royalty and the lines of succession. It's like, we didn't think about it before because she was the queen forever. Oh, this drink's making me gassy. So I think this one is telling her to go to church. This one's harder because it's a case of, like, well, if she doesn't, it feels like a no-brainer. If she doesn't go to church, she could be arrested. But if she does, that's the religious part of it, where she's lying to herself. And like this Pluto part is a bit like, the fuck? It is a duty to cooperate. I feel like I need to tell her to go to church for her own safety. I'm sure this is the option to go to church. That's something else that's not clear. Must remain strong in her Catholic faith. Wait. For when the Queen dies, her successor may revert England back to Catholicism. Now I don't fucking know. This feels like the right, like, lineage. Risks getting in trouble with the law. Is this not go to church? There may be a creative solution for appeasing the Pope in Rome whilst also honouring England's Protestant legacy. Duty to cooperate. I feel like I'm just gonna go with this one anyway. Feels like it's got stronger points.
I fear the stars confirm your fears. You must attend church every Sunday, lest you risk being prosecuted for being a recusant.
Oh, but then what of my soul, Dr. Foreman?
Methinks I have a solution for that, madam. If you were to cross your fingers behind your back during the service, any Protestant oath you swear would not count. Of course, you must be sure to stand at the back of the church while doing so that only God may see, and no one else.
Forsooth, what an ingenious notion! Oh, Dr. Foreman, you have saved me. You are so wise, sir. 'Tis so. Verily, 'tis most admirable.
But, dear lady, 'tis you who is to be admired. The strength of resolve, your devotion to your faith, and your... Madam, would you care to see my collection of Venetian glassware?
I think I would. Indeed, I would like that very well.
Gosh. Gosh. What? Okay. Well, Avis Allen is very pleased with us. Venetian glassware, oh my. The querent did wish to know whether she should comply with the law and attend Protestant church services, thereby betraying her Catholic faith. I did advise the querent to attend church, but to cross her fingers behind her back during the service. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Coitus post-consultation. It was that exciting that they've missed off the N. You can't even see for my webcam. This last line says coitus post-consultation. Goodness. Yeah, there's no N. I mean, she's pregnant, so it's fine. No one's gonna know. What? The Venetian glassware did the trick. Yes. Oh, close. God mend me, what have I done? If only I knew of a Jesuit priest I might confess my sins to. Was that bad that we did the coitus?
Here comes a beauty dark as night. Her hair does shine, her eyes are bright. A damsel formed for man's delight. Oh, she is quite a lady. Oh, she is quite a lady.
Okay.
Good day to you, sir. I am Amelia Bassano of Bishopsgate, here for my consultation.
Welcome, Mistress Bassano. Bassano, 'tis an Italian name, is it not?
Aye, it is, sir. Though I was born in London, my family are from Venice. They did come to London to gain employment as musicians at the royal court.
Ah, I know one of your countrymen, Riccardo Ferraro, another one of my querents. Mayhap you know him? He hails from Venice too.
No, sir, I do not know him. Venice is a large city, and as such 'tis home to many thousands of men. And as I did mention, I was born in London.
Aye, of course. Mayhap we turn our thoughts to what brings you hither this day. Have you a question for me?
Aye, sir, I wish to know what afflicts me, for my belly does begin to swell, and lately I oft find myself chundering after meals.
Swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging. Well now, let us consult the stars to judge the cause of these troubles. What is ailing Mistress Amelia Bassano?
She suffers from the chundering. What is the cause of my swollen belly and my chunderings? It very much does sound like she's with child. From liverworm. This represents an imbalance of phlegm in the body. Querent is with child. Suggests the illness will not last long. The querent is afflicted with a crick in the knees caused by the pressure of excessive weight gain. This suggests the illness is chronic. No, I wouldn't think it's weight gain. I'm kind of... This one sort of intrigued me. I wish there was a little more to it. Liverworm. I don't know enough about medicine. I'm doing a Google. Liverworm. Right, I don't know if one would vomit. Let me just outright Google, would you vomit if you had liverworm? Symptoms include fever, belly pain, nausea, and vomiting. Although she said it specifically after eating. This is hard. Because yes, my instant thought was with child as well. But now I've seen this. This is very specifically liver though. After eating, maybe not with child. How to know if you have liverworm? We'll just ask Google for the answers. Symptoms and signs can include one or more of the following depending on the number of flukes and length of infection. Indigestion, nausea, abdominal pain, enlarged liver, diarrhea, constipation, fever, jaundice, yellowing of the skin. She only said belly swelling and vomiting after eating. I am kind of drawn to go with child. Now let me ask, if you are pregnant, would you feel nauseous after eating? Oops. What the fuck is my Google history? She very specifically said after eating. Mild nausea after eating in early pregnancy is common and often normal. Not quite on a list yet. You know what? When I cut my face here a few weeks ago, I actually did a Google for like just silly excuses. And like self-harm sites kept coming up and it's like, oh my god, that's not why I'm looking this up. Like this, oh. And then I just felt really bad. It's like, no, honest, like I didn't like holy crap. I am gonna go with child.
I neglected to ask. Is there a Mr. Bassano?
My father still lives.
Oh,
I mean to say, are you yet married, Mistress Bassano? I presume you are, for the stars indicate that you are with child. Wondrous news indeed.
Ah, I see.
are we incorrect?
It is natural for a young lady to be a trifle anxious when she's expecting her first child. And I see you are anxious, are you not?
Mr. Foreman, I own that I am.
Well, doubtless you are anxious owing to the unpredictable nature of your condition. For instance, sometimes the child might emerge from its mother's womb early, weeks or even months earlier than anticipated. This possibility is a medical fact.
I'm scared now.
And one that should be explained to any husband you may... Do you see what I'm saying, Mistress Bassano?
Nay, not in the least, sir.
Shit.
Some of my maiden querents, I
She's
assume
not
you are
pregnant,
still
is she?
unmarried and therefore a maiden, when they find themselves inexplicably with child, they oft do not remain unmarried for long. I advise you to discuss this with your family without delay, Mistress Bassano. Doubtless they will be keen to make the arrangements for you.
I see. Yes, of course. I must lose no time in finding a
Okay.
husband. I thank you, Dr. Foreman.
Maybe. Okay. I thought I fucked up. And she was like, excuse me. Oh, lordy. The querent did present with a swollen abdomen and involuntary upward purging. I did judge the querent as being with child. Methinks the querent was pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. Astrologaster, I say, forsooth. How you doing, Alexander?
Hello, potion seller. I am going into battle, and I want your strongest potions.
Indeed, that's kind of how this feels. Oh, okay. Better than that other dude. Doubtless cousin Alfonso will consent to marry me, especially if Lord Hunsdon settles money on me for the child. So she is with child. Thank God that we got that correct.
Mary Payne is frightened when she spies a looking glass, for 'tis a portal out through whence the gates of hell do blast. A deadly and foul wind that comes direct from Satan's power.
I wasn't keeping up with the lyrics. Gosh. Okay. Up and down is need to unplug everything because of thunder rumbling. Uh-oh. And there was much rejoice.
Blessed morrow to you, Dr. Foreman. I am Mary Payne of 4th Street in Lambeth, and come to seek your counsel about my neighbours.
Good morrow, Mistress Payne, and well met. What trouble do your neighbours give you? They play their lutes into the night, perchance? Mayhap a neighbour has cast a malignant spell upon your cabbages.
Why, sir, 'tis no trifling matter. Indeed, 'tis a matter of grave importance. Doubtless you do know we have a Catholic living on 4th Street. A woman by the name of Avis Allen.
Leave her alone.
Ah, yes. I did hear tell that Mistress Allen
She was
subscribes
so
to the Romish
alarmed
faith.
that she echoed.
'Tis no crime to be a Catholic, is it, madam? At least, not at present.
Aye, but harbouring a Jesuit priest is, Dr. Foreman. These evenings past, I have spied a man sneaking in and out of the Allens' house. 'Tis my reckoning the man is a priest who is going hither and thither all over Lambeth to perform the Catholic Mass and take confessions. Doubtless Mr. Allen is hiding him in one of those little cupboards.
You mean to say you think Mr. Allen has installed a priest hole in his house? A secret room hidden behind the wood panelling of a wall?
Indeed I do. I am certain that he has such a hole, and that a priest is going in and out of Mr. Allen's hole from dusk till dawn.
Verily? How troubling. But surely you are mistaken, madam, for under the cover of darkness, how can you be sure the man you did spy was not Mr. Allen himself?
Nay, nay, 'twas not Mr. Allen. Mr. Allen is a fine, tall figure of a man, whereas the figure I did spy was very narrow and malformed in appearance. A scrawny little imp of a man he was.
I see.
Now, you must not think me intolerant, Dr. Foreman. If Mistress Allen must cling to her idolatrous backward beliefs, 'tis her own affair, and I have no wish to cause trouble for the Allens. And 'tis true that Mistress Allen does now attend church on Sundays and takes the English sacrament just as she ought to. But we residents of 4 Street are decent English folk. We will not abide an agent of Rome sneaking around our neighbourhood, muttering incantations in some devilish foreign tongue.
I think you mean Latin, madam.
But before I act upon my suspicions, I think it wise to know if there be any truth in them.
Then let us see what the stars can tell us. Who is this mysterious stranger, and why does he frequent the Allen's house late at night?
Spider-Man heard Spider-Man. Is this some retelling of the Canterbury Tales? We're basically a doctor, and we're just like reading the stars to give the best answer that we think will suit our client. Also, I have heard of priest holes. You don't really find them anymore, but some really old houses do still have them. Just a little tiny hiding place. Oh gosh, 3 choices. Are my neighbours, the Allens, hiding a Jesuit priest? We know the answer, but I feel like we need to lie. What that's missing is bloodletting. It might happen. You never know. Oh, I'm a bit nervous about this one. I feel like we need to lie to keep people safe. Bring out the leeches! The man Mistress Payne saw harbours cruel intentions towards the Allen's household. Hold goods and possessions. Well, no, not this one. Mistress Payne will die suddenly, mayhap before the end of this consultation. Narrow and malformed, a scrawny little imp of a man. That's a good point. What if he's...
Just beat the devil out of it.
Indubitably, we must drive Satan away from thee. What if it's not actually a priest like we are assuming? This speaks of a relationship with an untrustworthy foreigner. As foreigners are untrustworthy by nature, this element may be of no particular significance. This suggests untrustworthiness. This represents a foreigner. What if she is having an affair? And it's not a priest at all. Mistress Allen's maternal instincts have been thwarted by her inability to bear a child. Oh. But she stubbornly persists in trying to reverse her infertility. This represents a stubborn attempt at reversal. This suggests instincts that have been thwarted. House of unborn children. So did she have another stillborn? The man Mistress Payne saw is a public enemy who engages in idolatrous worship of the Virgin Mary. In other words, he is a Jesuit. I can't remember how she pronounced it. Jesuit priest. This represents a woman, the Virgin Mary. House of known enemies. An educated man who adorns himself in fine clothes. This represents education, represents finery. I wish I could, like, see the dialogue again. So this implies the mistress is having an affair. This implies it's actually like maybe a potential thief. It's a good point that actually there was the comments of narrow and malformed. Formed? Maybe the family is in danger. This is one where I keep wondering, what do all of you think? It could be the priest. And she did even say it was a priest. But is she assuming because the woman's a Catholic? Like, if I'm wrong about the intentions and it is a priest, then oops. So this is why I don't know what to go with. I don't want to accuse her of having an affair. But would she have an affair with someone who is malformed? I don't think it's this one. And I don't want to just outright say that it's the priest, the Catholic priest. I'm gonna sneeze. I can feel it. I feel like I want to go with this. But what if it's not someone villainous? Oh my god, big think. Holy crap. Oh, I feel like I'm gonna regret it. But I think I'm gonna go with this. Excuse me, my drink's making me burp. So basically, the man Mistress Payne saw harbors cruel intentions towards the Allen's household's goods and possessions. Mistress Payne will die suddenly, mayhap before the end of this consultation. Narrow and malformed, a scrawny little imp of a man. What if I'm wrong? I really wish I could go back and see the dialogue. I'm gonna do it and I think I might regret it.
The man you saw prowling around the Allen's house is no priest. He is a thief, come at night to steal silver plate and candlesticks.
'Tis a mere robber I saw. On my honour, that is well to hear.
Yeah.
Still,
Well,
something
that's
must
all
be
right,
done
then.
about it. I will rouse the menfolk of 4th Street and have them patrol our street each night until this sneak thief is apprehended.
Ah, is that truly necessary, madam? Be there not more...
Pleasant day, Dr. Foreman.
She was pleased. But also with his reaction as well, like, is that necessary? Yeah. So were we lying on purpose? I'm not even sure anymore. The querent did wish to know whether her neighbours, the Allens, are allegedly hiding a Jesuit priest. I did tell the querent that the man she took for a priest is a burglar. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. What a fine-looking youth a foreman's manservant is. Oh, would that I were my niece's age again.
When the querent does rock a continental frock, when the querent does rock a continental frock, when his Italian flair features all facial hair, 'tis Ferraro. Signor Ferraro.
Indeed.
God give you good day, signor. And how may I assist you?
'Tis I, Riccardo Ferraro, come once again to see the great dottore, Simon Foreman.
So I see. What brings you
Did
this
he
day?
just burp?
I bring myself to you, so you treat my illness. 'Tis very grave.
And, what might this illness be? Perchance we might start with your complaints.
First problem is the laughter that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable laughter, you say?
That's a
see.
spicy
Anything
meatball.
else?
Next problem, the dancing that cannot be controlled.
Uncontrollable dancing. And yet, you do not appear to be dancing at present.
What can I say? 'Tis uncontrollable dancing. I cannot control when I dance.
Nay, 'tis a fair point.
Doubtless my disease, whatever it may be, is very rare and very difficult to diagnose. But of course, if it be beyond your medical understanding...
Let me assure you, signor, that whatever is said of us on the continent, the learning of we English doctors is unparalleled. There is no better medical care to be had than in London. Now, let us see whether the stars may tell us something of your unusual and troubling illness.
I kind of stopped listening. That wasn't very good of me. Signor Ferrero has been bitten by a tarantula on one of his ankles. Tarantula venom causes the victim to laugh, sing, or dance uncontrollably while also provoking an acute loathing of music. Suggests an imbalance of blood. Ruler of the ankles. Suffering from colic, a disease that occasions abdominal pain, belching, and bloating of the stomach. I mean, this seems too easy. Just suggests the illness is chronic. This represents an imbalance of yellow bile. Ruler of the digestive system. Is it me? Does this seem too easy? Also, we don't really get tarantulas like that in England. I don't know about Venice. Uncontrollable laughter and dancing. Abdominal pain, belching. He burped. Didn't I say, did he just burp? I think it's this. I remember he burped and I was like, what, did he just burp? I'm doing it.
It sounds to me like you're experiencing pain in your stomach.
But how did you know this?
Indeed, methinks you are stricken with a bout of colic. Most doctors do advise upward purging, but I have found the dog cure more efficacious in cases of colic.
The dog cure?
Aye. First you must find a dog lying idle on the ground. On any street in London you will find such a creature. Then you must kick the dog away, lower your breeches, and then make water upon the spot where the dog did lie.
If you say so, Signor Foreman.
If we were not on English soil, of course, I would have said you were bitten by a tarantula. But there be no such spiders in England. Our weather is much too cold for them.
That's what I said.
Only an overqualified quack who draws his medical knowledge from books alone would think such a diagnosis appropriate in this case.
Indeed. Most ludicrous.
And in truth, the laughing and dancing you are troubled with may doubtless be attributed to your hot-blooded Latin temperament.
Doubtless you speak it true, eh? 'Tis but a symptom of my hot Venetian blood.
He
Ricardo
was
Ferraro
angry.
bids you good day.
I almost thought I chose the wrong thing, but I got the positivity. The querent did present with uncontrollable laughter and dancing. I did diagnose a bout of colic, having remarked the querent's abrupt exhalations of foul air. Methinks the querent was a little pleased with me for the reading I gave this day. By what manner of dark magic did he learn of my stomach pain?
Why does this lady feel confined? Mayhap the world is too unkind. Nay, doctor, medicate her mind. Pray cure this comely lady. Pray cure this comely lady.
Indubitably.
Good day to you, madam.
Yes. Good day, Mr. Foreman. Pray tell, is your Venetian querent Ricardo Ferraro one of the patients you treat for troubles of the mind? Forsooth, his manner is right strange. I passed him at the door, and when I addressed him in the Italian tongue, he abruptly turned from me and ran away down the street.
Nay, Signor Ferraro has no grave troubles of the mind that I'm aware of. Mayhap he was merely dumbstruck by your beauty, madam.
Dr. Foreman, a man is rarely struck dumb by a woman's beauty. Indeed, 'tis quite the reverse. He is oft rendered all the more loquacious, plaguing her with ill-formed metaphors he believes are compliments, and with hasty declarations and invitations she has neither sought nor invited.
Ah.
Savage.
But let us turn our minds to happier thoughts. I did lately hear of your marriage to your cousin, Mr. Alfonso Lania, for which I must congratulate you. And as I recall, you were with child when I last saw you.
Aye, I was, as you correctly judged.
And your child and husband are both well, I hope?
I would rather not discourse on the subject of my husband, Dr. Foreman.
As it pleases you, madam. What brings you this day?
Lately I have been feeling heavy and lethargic. I do also find it hard to fix my attention upon the book I am reading or upon words I am composing. And yet, although I oft feel right tired, I am having difficulty sleeping.
Ah, well, becoming a mother, beset with all the demands of a suckling babe, can force change upon the normal rhythms of life.
Nay, 'tis not that, for I have employed a wet nurse for the feeding and much of the care of my son. Methinks I must have some kind of disease.
I see. Let us consult the stars to see what afflicts you. What is ailing Mistress Amelia Lania?
Did you make one of those collars at one point? No. Did I show one? Was it like this year that you're basing that on? I didn't make one of these. And I don't have one quite like that. Oh, the hat. I don't remember. I really can't recall. But no, I didn't have the sticky outy Victorian collar. Elizabethan collar. Solution, a bit of digitalis from Foxgloves. Okay. Feel heavy and lethargic, yet I cannot sleep. Suffers from melancholy. Suggests a mild imbalance of black bile in the body. Suggests illness is curable. Ruler of the heart. Suffers from phlegmatism. It is a temperament associated with an excess of phlegm, characterized by stoicism and stubbornness. It suggests a psychological factor. Indicates the illness will get worse before it gets better. Troubled with an excessively choleric temperament, it is associated with an excess of yellow bile. Sufferers exhibit an aggressive, opinionated nature. This suggests the illness is chronic. This represents an imbalance of yellow bile in the body. Oh, French hoods! Yeah. Yeah, very similar era. Considering she didn't want to talk about her husband, it sounds like she has had the baby already. That time has passed because she said she has awareness. Imbalance of yellow bile. Sufferers exhibit an aggressive, opinionated nature. Characterized by stoicism and stubbornness. I really think perhaps it's melancholy. Because she married her cousin very quickly and now she doesn't want to talk about her cousin. And she just had a baby. I am gonna go with this.
Mistress Lania, the stars indicate that your suffering is occasioned by melancholy, or, in other words, black bile.
I see. And what treatment can you give me for it?
Before we speak of treating your condition, madam, I think it wise we determine what has provoked it. You did express a desire not to speak of your husband, and I cannot help but think that such a reluctance reveals where the source of your troubles might lie, to wit, within your marriage. Would I be right in thinking this? I do not wish to cause you distress, madam, but as a doctor, I do feel I must press you in case it is relevant to your troubles.
My marriage is not a happy one, Dr. Foreman. Mr. Lanier and I do not agree on matters of money and strong drink.
I see. And what are your opinions on these subjects?
That he spends all our money on strong drink. He disagrees.
And your husband cannot be brought around to see your point of view, nor you his, I presume. Well, the marital discord provoked by strong differences of opinion can often engender melancholy in a wife. Until the matter is resolved between you, you may take a syrup of roses and chicory. Drink of it each day, and it will serve to reinvigorate your vital spirits. I will also have my manservant, William, bleed you of some of that excess bile.
I thank you, Dr. Foreman.
William, come hither and bleed Mistress Lania.
Goodness. The bloodletting begins. The querent did present with symptoms of heaviness, lethargy, troubled sleep, and an unnatural pallor. I did advise the querent that she suffered from melancholy. I had her bled and prescribed a treatment of rose and chicory syrup. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Ah yes, and syrup and bloodletting will solve everything. Very good, very nice. Mayhap bleeding my husband will cure him of his taste for strong drink. Very vigorous bleeding. Oh, mail! Sir, I thank you for your recent inquiry with regards to obtaining a license to practice medicine. I note from our records that you terminated your enrollment at our institutions some years ago on the grounds of insufficient funds. Whilst we do not ordinarily issue medical licenses to men who have not first completed a medical degree, proof of equivalent professional experience in the form of letters of recommendation may be taken into consideration. A minimum of 8 such letters of recommendation is customarily required. I advise you to write to us again once you have obtained the requisite number of letters. John Cowell, Vice-Chancellor, University of Cambridge. We're doing pretty good.
What is their relation? We are no longer sure. Seems 4 months now are patient, and Davis is the cure.
Gosh.
Ah, my dear Avis, what a pleasure it is to see you. I have oft thought of our last...
I cannot tarry long. My husband will be expecting me home.
Of course. But, dear lady, is something the matter?
Of course. Do not all your querents come with a matter they wish an answer to?
Well, yes, but...
I wish to ask of the stars whether a man I am close with, a man who is not my husband, whether that man be also close with another woman.
A man you are... I see. Well, if I am to judge the stars for you, I must ask you to be more precise. In what sense do you mean close? The platonic bond of friendship?
Nay, close in the sense of being intimate.
I see. Then 'tis the familial tie of kinship, perchance.
Nay, I mean someone with whom I have shared physical relations.
Verily, madam, if I am to give you an accurate reading, you must state your question clearly.
Methinks you know full well what I ask. I bid you ask the stars whether my lover is, that is to say, be it true that he engages with another woman in acts of strumpy-humpy.
Madam, you astonish me. 'Tis unlike you to speak such indelicate words. Now, if I understand you correctly, you have a lover, and you wish to know whether he has been sharing his tender favours with another woman.
Aye, but did I not verily say so?
And now that we have at last fathomed your question, let us read the stars to fathom an answer. Has Mistress Allen's lover been unfaithful to her?
Sounds like something from an intro to Mr. Bean. It does. Verily, madam, thou shan't not go against the Bible. Is my lover engaging in intimacies with another woman? So basically, I assume she's referring to the doctor. Mistress Allen's mind has been turned by jealousy and confusion. This suggests jealousy indicates a mind turned by confusion. Mistress Allen should be more optimistic about her romance with this man. Shows optimism. This represents a surprise. This represents intimate relations. Mistress Allen's lover is seeing a woman who is willing and able to marry him. He wishes to continue his family line. With who? Agreeableness. No longer pleases her lover. The spark has been lost. This represents a mature man, Avis's lover. This indicates creativity being reversed. This represents a woman who is unable to please Avis. I might go B. Represents masculinity, house of unborn children. Mistress Allen's lover wishes to father a child. But will it work if she's already had 2 miscarriages / stillborns? I think B. This consultation will provoke unexpected intimacies between me and Avis. Really? Because I thought it was the other line that would do that. I don't know which one I'm supposed to choose. But because it's like they both are saying the same thing. So it's like, wait, what? So the lover, I assume, is her husband. Is it me, or do these seem like the same options? A and B. Seeing a woman who is willing and able to marry him. He wishes to continue his family line. So I assume this is the husband. Mistress Allen no longer pleases her lover. The spark has been lost. Lover wishes to father a child. And Mistress Allen keeps having miscarriages. So all this implies that she's not to end up with him. Mistress Allen has been turned by jealousy and confusion. Should be more optimistic about her romance with this man. This consultation will provoke unexpected intimacies between me and Avis. These feel like the same direction. I feel like I don't know which side to choose because I'm confused by them. They're all part of the same answer. However, what was the question? She wants to know if her lover is seeing someone else. God damn. I feel that we don't necessarily need to have a relationship. Maybe that's the difference. I feel like I should go with B. This is the truth, and yet it won't bring the Doctor and Avis into a relationship. I feel like that doesn't need to happen. However, it might help us out if we get the letters of recommendation. Any opinions? I feel like I should go B and just say that your lover is seeing someone. Like, I'm pretty sure the lover is the husband. I wish it was more clear. Always blame the mailman. So basically, are we going to be honest, or are we going to just try and get in a relationship, I think is the idea. Perhaps I should just be honest. Oh, Windy Pups. Yeah, let's do it. Yeah, with honest. Yeah.
'Tis as you suspect, madam. Your lover does indeed share intimacies with another woman, one with whom he hopes to father children who bear his name. To wit, he desires something that you, a married woman, are unable to give him.
Then I knew it!
Moreover, according to the stars, what does it say here? Yes, they say the quickening fever of your lover's desire has lately begun to cool. 'Twould seem he now finds relations betwixt you somewhat, well, a trifle dull.
Dull? But you... Verily? 'Tis my sister Bridget. Aye, 'tis she, those cow's eyes she makes at you. She has lured you away. Fire upon her, that vile little strumpet!
Oh my.
What? You mean to say it is I you speak of?
Dull! You find our relations dull!
But Avis, pray heed me.
Then how is this for dull?
Goodness. I blinked. Wait. Well, that was weird. Because that's not what I was expecting at all. I feel like him. Look at his face. She wasn't clear. I think that was probably part of the point of it. Querent did wish to know whether her lover is engaging in intimacies with another woman. Yeah, this took a turn. I did advise the querent that her lover was indeed seeing another woman. It was then that the querent did reveal that it was I who was the lover she was referring to in her question. Methinks the querent took my advice rather ill. No... Well, it didn't go down that much, actually. Am I to be thus scorned, I can hardly bear it. Simon's heart, methinks his heart must be made of stone. I didn't know. She's got a monkey.
She oft gets her hands on goods from foreign lands. That Captain Forecast sends.
Indeed.
Good morrow, madam. I humbly welcome you to my consulting chambers, and thank you for choosing my practice. Mistress...
Fortescue. Mistress Sybil Fortescue.
Well then, Mistress Fortescue, what may I assist you with this day?
I come upon a most troubling matter, sir. I know not whether it is a medical matter or something else.
I see. Pray describe your trouble to me, madam.
Well, I suppose it all began with a dinner I hosted at my house last even. Mayhap you have heard of my dinners, Dr. Foreman. They are much talked about. Though I fear last evening's dinner will be talked about for all the wrong reasons.
Talked about, you say?
Yes. Indeed, invitations to my dinners are much sought after, for I host the most desirable of guests. Lords, bishops, poets, explorers, painters, and the like. Why, last eve I hosted the famous Robert Lord Devereux, the playwright William Shakespeare, and the Bishop of London and his wife. As well as fascinating conversation, at my table I served the very latest and most original dishes. Last even, I served an exotic green vegetable called a potato. So crisp and refreshing. My dear husband sent them home to me from the New World. Doubtless you have heard of my husband, Captain Fortescue. He is a great friend of Sir Walter Raleigh.
I see. Your dinners do sound most excellent, Mistress Fortescue. But what occurred at last eve's dinner that has you so distressed?
Well, in truth, 'twas after dinner. We all felt a strong desire to take some air, and so we left the table to take a turn in some pleasure gardens nearby. But then, as we were walking along the path, right in the middle of the gardens, in full public view...
Pray do not distress yourself, madam. Prithee, take your time.
My guests and I were, all of a sudden, stricken with pain. We began chundering and voiding from our... But there was nowhere to turn, you see. There were no bushes close by to shield our modesty. 'Twas unspeakable.
A moment, madam, as I note this down. Abdominal pain and simultaneous upward and downward purging of a most sudden and violent nature. Now, let us see how these stars explain this most distressing and unsavoury event. What troubled Mistress Sybil Fortescue and her guests last eve?
Gosh. My guest and I were stricken last eve with abdominal pain, chundering, and voiding from the fundament. Evil digestion. Suggests the illness is temporary. Not evil digestion. A chilly cold. Troubled with wandering hands. This feels too easy.
Madam, I think you said the New World vegetables you dined upon were green in colour, did you not? And you described them as crisp and refreshing, I think. I take it then that you served them to your guests green and raw?
Yes, indeed. Most of the potatoes my husband sent me were full dull and unhealthsome in appearance. Hence I served only the green ones. I had my cook cut them in such a way as to resemble roses. 'Tis the way I oft serve my apples.
Ah, then your trouble was a severe case of evil digestion. I have read that these vegetables can be noxious if they turn green.
Oh, my days! Do you mean I poisoned my guests?
In a manner of speaking, aye. But worry not, madam, for the suffering was but temporary. Indeed, it does sound as if the bodies of your guests were most comprehensively purged of the poison. However, in future, be sure to cook the potatoes until they are soft, and pray do not eat the ones that have turned green.
As God shall mend me! What a shameful affair this has been. I shall go home and, well, I shall write to my husband and ask that he includes cooking instructions with the next gift of food that he sends me. I thank ye and bid ye good day, Dr. Foreman.
Gosh. Shall now be talking like this? The querent did present with symptoms of both upward and downward involuntary purging, abdominal pain and fever. I did diagnose evil digestion provoked by the consumption of raw green potatoes. Methinks the querent is most pleased with me for the reading I gave today. Nice. What a fine-looking young man Dr. Foreman has for a manservant. Why does everyone keep commenting on this manservant?
Here comes a literary mind, one such as we do rarely find. Just needs a man to be behind, for she's but a lady.
Okay. Kind of thinking I might end here. I did a long work shift today, so I'm sleepy. How do I save the game? Does it auto-save? If your answer isn't to your querent's satisfaction, you can go back and change it. Though you might not want to change it later on. To be specific, the game doesn't autosave until you turn the page. So before the introduction song, before the consultation, and after choosing what reading you're going with. I think that told me. Oh, you're welcome, Felix. Yeah, and I'm working tomorrow, so it's just like, I don't like to stream too long. I like to have a chill evening when I'm working on a Sunday. I think quitting? I don't know why I just went straight to Steam to find this out. I'm not playing on Steam. You're welcome, Fatney. This isn't helpful. I'm just asking how to save the game. Well, let me, because I went to the menu. If I just quit, because there's no save. There is continue. Ah, okay, that's fine. We did it. Yeah, I was assuming autosaves, but I just wanted to make sure because I haven't seen any, you know, symbols and stuff. Happy days. Okay. This has been unexpectedly fun. Always a bit anxiety inducing when it doesn't have a manual save. It is! I always need to check. Especially when I haven't seen like a little autosave symbol in the corner. Ugh, I'm trying to put my notebook back. Oh my god. Right. Okay. You vote for it to be continued. Nice. I will have a little Discord poll to see if we want more of this. And I'm actually just gonna continue before we start the next round of games. So next week will just be this if it wins. So coming up in the next week. Oh, and happy 4th of July to those who celebrate. Monday the 6th, I'm experimenting a different time. So, 4 PM is kind of gonna be the new test Monday time. I'm just gonna move the whole stream time an hour earlier. So for me, I usually do 5 till 7:30. So it'll be 4 till 6:30. Independence Day, nice. Wednesday the 8th, 12 PM GMT is Arts and Crafts. What did I plan? Emotes. We need some new emotes. We are well overdue. And then Saturday the 11th, 12 PM GMT. It could be this, more Astrologaster, or it could be Croc. We'll see. We'll let the poll decide. You're welcome, Snowy. Okay, who are we gonna raid? I was kind of thinking it's a surprisingly quiet Saturday, but I guess that'll be the reason. Everyone's out celebrating. You're welcome, Snowy. Oh, yes, that's today. Yes, we'll go and see Ark. Thank you for reminding me. Lots of fireworks. Nice. So yeah, Ark raised enough money to hit the threshold for Extra Life of an 8-hour stream. She's been live for just 1 hour and 15 minutes so far. So we'll go and say hi and spur her on. So that'll do. So thank you everyone for chilling with me. And I will see you next time. Take it easy.